Hi everyone, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Ishmael, and we're here to welcome you to the 2021 Annual Giving Campaign Virtual Kickoff.
Each year, more than 300 staff, volunteers, and members come together to raise the important funds needed to support programs that strengthen our community.
Today's event is extra special because we have the distinct honor of presenting our new president and CEO.
Additionally, you will hear from beloved staff and members of our Y community as they share their stories and experiences from the past year.
Without further ado, let's get started.
Thank you, Kyle and Ishmael. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being with us today. My name is Kathy Criss, and I am honored to join the YMCA of Austin as your new president and CEO. I've been a part of the YMCA movement now for nearly 30 years, a journey that began just miles north in Dallas, Texas. During my time at the Y, the common thread that has always connected us is our shared values and experiences. Over the past couple of months, I've had the opportunity to meet many of our staff, volunteers, and members, and as I listen to their stories, I've never been more inspired by a group of people so dedicated to showing up for each other and for their community every day. Tonight, I invite you to hear from just a few of the people that make our work possible. Staff, members, and parents, all determined to be the best versions of themselves each day, never failing to show up for their family, their co-workers, their friends, their children, their community. The events of the past year and even now into 2021 continue to strengthen the connection between all of us. We have seen that now more than ever, our unwavering commitment to our community is what will enable us to keep serving others, what will keep us showing up for one another, and we cannot do this work alone. Thank you for choosing to be a part of the Y community and for allowing us to be a part of your story. No matter what journey you are on, the Y will be there along the way. We hope you are inspired tonight and go on to share your own story, inviting others to join you in support of the Y, letting them know that the Y is here for all and we are here for good. Please enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you.
My name is Gonzalez. I am a program director here at the Extended Care YMCA branch. Whenever the pandemic first hit, one of the biggest community needs at the time was childcare for children. We have essential workers who are out in the field day in and day out, and they need somewhere that's safe and that can care for their child. And that's initially where we saw the need and where we decided to pick up. And so our team, the YMCA of Austin, decided that's what we were going to fill.
My name is Amber Voiland. My sweetheart and I have an awesome little 6-year-old girl named Annalisa. I work at the School for the Blind. I was considered an essential employee and had to go back to work 3 weeks before AISD did. And so we ended up needing to find a place to put her. And I was graced with the luck of being able to find such an awesome program. It saved us, really.
We wanted to make sure we could do everything possible to make it a safe environment, not only for the children attending our programs, but for the people picking up those children, for the staff that were involved. What can we do to still fill this need, but also keep it safe? And so that was our first priority, and that's the first kind of hurdle that we had to navigate.
There were procedures set up to be able to maintain the safeness of separation. And she was a little nervous. I was a little nervous, but after I picked her up, after that, it was on.
It was nerve-wracking. You are in the situation where I'm potentially putting myself at risk being out there. I'm not able to visit my own family because I don't want anything that I may be exposed to being around these children to go back to my home. And so it was a sacrifice, and I think there were so many people that were working for the YMCA that were sacrificing their own time, their time with loved ones, potentially risking themselves to be out there. But I think at the same time, we understood what the need was, and there wasn't someone else offering that at the time.
It makes me feel more confident, just knowing that I'm making the right decision. Also, when you're essential, you don't really get the right to say whether it's your turn to come back or not.
I knew I had those coworkers that were in the exact same spot as me and were experiencing the same things. And so we were able to talk through those things together. We were able to problem solve. And that's true, like one of the main reasons that like for me, I was able to keep going was like knowing I had that community here.
It's very comforting to know when you have very kind individuals working with your kid and they come back with good stories about, what they did that day.
I can remember specifically with Annalisa during virtual learning, and she was in her virtual learning class. She like raised her hand and she asked, can I stay on my Zoom call? My teacher hopped off, but me and my friend want to have lunch together. And so she's sitting there at East Communities and she's eating her lunch. It's things like that that just like bring joy and in the gloomy times, like make you want to keep pushing, make you want to keep going on, even when it's difficult.
Even from the summer program into the after school care, they quickly learns my phone number and they know me by name and they say, hey, Ms. Amber, we'll bring Annalisa out right away.
It's those moments where you have those interactions with the kids, and I go into a program and I see that the kids are wearing masks and they could care less, and they are engaging with other kids and they're in a safe environment and doing fun activities. And it's those moments that I think like, okay, like this is why we do all the hard stuff. Like it's for the kids.
When your kid comes home and they have they're skipping to your car, and they know you by name and you couldn't think of a better place that you want your kid to be.
We want to make that impact, and we want to continue to build those relationships and fill those needs.
My name is Mariko Boswell, and I am a board member on the Austin Y Metro Board. I've been with the Metro Board for about the last year and a half or so. I grew up with the Y. I didn't live in Austin at the time, but I took swim lessons at the Y. I went to Y summer camps. I was a camp counselor at the Y. I volunteered with special needs kids in aquatics. I've been involved with the Y my whole life. So, it's really neat to now be that much more engaged with the Y in a different way on the board, where I think you get to know and engage with the Y at a much deeper level. There's something for everyone, whether you're a child in swim school, summer camp, or a high school student competing in the youth and government competition, or an adult participating in health and fitness programs. Y membership is available for everyone. The Y is an important part of the community that shows up not just during the good times, but also the challenging times, which I think, most recently we can think about the COVID experience or the recent winter storm and power outages. In terms of the level of commitment, there is near 100% giving levels by employees across the Austin Y branches, which is a strong signal that they believe in what they do and what the Y does. As we approach the brighter days ahead, I think that the Y is going to be opening its doors to lots of more people to come and enjoy its services, its programming, and the Y is ready for that. We are here to, embrace all of that and can't wait to re-engage with everyone. I give to the Y because the Y has been there for me throughout my life in so many ways, and I'd like to see the Y and its employees thrive for decades here to come. The Y is here for good.
Hello, I'm Roslyn Oliphant, and I am a member of the North Austin Y. I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 2016, and I went through chemo that entire year. I received a pamphlet, and I learned about the Live Strong program at the Y. I started a program at the beginning of 2017, and there were about 7 other survivors in that program, and we formed this wonderful sisterhood where we encouraged each other. I was really impressed how Kenny and his team met with each of us to see how could we extend our membership. How could we become members of the Y?
We're a true family. Once you get to know us and we get to know you, we develop a relationship. I can almost assure you that you're going to be better for it, just like you're going to make us better for it.
Kenny and his team really worked with us to help us with a membership that was comfortable for us. And I am forever grateful for that.
I got a call that the situation's getting pretty bad. Anyways, we shut down relatively soon after, just like the whole city did.
2020 into 2021, it has just been unprecedented.
I mean, to be quite honest, I don't know if I was gonna have a job. I didn't know how I was gonna put food on the table. I didn't know what was gonna happen.
As a Black woman, I wasn't just dealing with the pandemic, I was dealing with George Floyd, I was dealing with Breonna Taylor, I was dealing with a lot of social unrest going on in this country, politics. It was a lot to deal with.
We would see our old members come in, and you would, the doors were locked, but they would walk around the parking lot because this was a safe place for them to be, you know? And so I can't stress the importance of what that means here at North Austin, for sure. You know, we were here for food drives, gave countless amounts of boxes of food during the duration of the summer. We called every member.
I received a phone call from Kenny, and he's like, "Hey, Miss Roslyn, how are you? I'm just checking on you, just letting you know what's going on here at the Y, what our schedule is. We're shut down, but we're still here. Hang in there with us. We're going to come back, and we'll keep you posted." And I was just really, in awe of that. Very heartwarming conversation to know that he was making personal phone calls to the members to let them know what was going on with the Y and to check on members.
We were doing everything in our power to make sure that we're safe. We're doing everything in our power to ensure that we're offering the programs that people want to see.
When I came to the Y for the first time, having not been here for a while, I was happy to see that everyone was in masks, happy to see that there were, clear rules and temperature checks and easy access to clean off equipment when you're done. And so it really helped me to settle down and not be anxious about the process.
I was by her one Tuesday night, and I'm like, "Miss Roslyn," and we just started chatting, and it was like old times to a certain degree. And she's like, I really missed y'all. I miss the community. And I'm like, we miss you as well. We miss some of the familiar faces, that's for sure.
It was really nice to see the faces that I had not seen in a while. And it was, we got back to work just like old times.
Clearly there's other gyms you can go to, but you can't be a part of the cause and the mission that we're about.
There's so many opportunities here at the Y, and I am just hopeful that, that more and more people, as things open up, will start to come back to the Y and get memberships, and people will donate to the Y.
If a community member would like to, come and make a contribution to us, understand like that contribution, really, to be quite honest, is really starting. It's not just a monetary donation. It's a seed, right? It seems very minimal. It seems like a given. But what this whole thing has taught us, there's nothing is given.
The Y has been so incredibly important to my health and well-being, and the people here have been extremely kind to me.
We can make this community better and better each day, but it takes a village. The Y can't do it alone. We all got to do it together.
The Y was built by and for the community. Because of amazing people like you who show up every day to do good, we're able to respond to those in need and rise to each moment. As you leave us this evening, I would like to humbly ask that each of you reflect on your own personal journey and how the Y has shown up for you. We ask that you please consider making a contribution and then share your story with others, inspiring them to join you in your support of the Y. As important as the dollars raised are, it's the number of people we can inspire with our stories that will make an impact. We are storytellers first. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you and good night.
We hope that tonight's kickoff event has inspired you to be a part of this year's annual giving campaign.
We want to take a special moment to thank the amazing people like you who empower us every day to do so much more.
So don't forget to donate, share the link below, and tell your story.
In order for us to do good, it truly takes each one of us on this journey.
Thank you for being in this with us together.